is in full swing. Many are undoubtedly looking towards the holidays and their potential winter travel plans, whether it's sightseeing in historic locations, visiting long-lost relatives in faraway cities, or just simply second out at the beach. America's most sought-after travel expert, Rudy Maxa, is here to offer his tips and tricks that will ensure a wonderful winter vacation. Good morning, Rudy.
Good morning, Sonia.
So where should we go on vacation this fall? Now that it's getting chilly, I have the travel bug, so where should we go?
Well, I think if you're talking vacation, you got to decide whether you want to go to a warm destination or a cold destination. That makes, cuts out half of the world. I think you want to figure out how to get there inexpensively. And these days, frequent flyer miles that you can use for airline tickets, hotel rooms, rental cars, etc., I think are most easily gained in big gulps by using the right credit card, unless you travel every day for business and fly. But Capital One Venture Card is a simple, rich rewards card with no blackout dates, no foreign transaction fees, no fee the first year. You get 2 miles for every $1 you spend, and you can travel anytime. You can book any way or anyhow you want to, and then you just tell Capital One Venture Card folks that to apply your miles to that card, and the fee is erased from your bill, or the total is erased from your bill, and you'll get 10,000 bonus miles if you sign up and use put $1,000 on the card in the first 3 months. You can find details at CapitalOneVenture.com. If you want to go somewhere warm,
yes,
I would consider the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel in Florida.
Okay.
This is in the southwest Gulf Coast of Florida. I would go there for relaxation and really to enjoy nature. I mean, this is a pretty rich environment. And beginning Thanksgiving weekend on Captiva Island and Fort Myers and Sanibel, there's a month-long celebration on weekends. So you're going to have tree lighting, arias on the beach, a Junkanoo carnival. And you're seeing video from a thing called Awakening. It's a digital ecological calendar in which a photographer spent a year using slow motion and time-lapse photography to shoot the seasons and the wildlife down there. And you can find that at FortMyersSanibel.com. It's a beautiful, beautiful video. Thinking about a cruise? Huh?
Sure.
I don't know, Sonia. How do you feel about cruises?
I like the idea of the surf in my hair. I like the idea. Tell me where I can get a good cruise these days.
Well, between now and Sunday, October 27th, it's National Cruise Vacation Week. So
really?
The Cruise Lines International Association, CLIA, has a deal. Or actually, their members have deals. 26 of their members, 200 ships, are going to give you deals, upgrades, and onboard credits between now and October 27th for your holiday cruises or 2014 vacation cruises. This includes river cruises, which are very, very popular these days, and specialty cruises. Just go to cruising.org, click on vacations, and then click on National Cruise Vacation Week, and you'll find those deals and those offerings. And I don't know about you, but when I travel, I used to carry my 35mm camera, but today's smartphones are getting so good with the lenses.
Exactly.
This is something. This is a lens extension. This is called 4-in-1 from a company called OleoClip. You just slide it over a late model iPhone or an iPod Touch, and suddenly you have, or not suddenly, but easily you have a fisheye, which is great for shooting landscapes, or a wide-angle lens for shooting like a hotel room. And if you unscrew those two lenses, you get 2 macro lenses, 10 times, 15 times magnification, for close-ups of that bee on that flower petal or whatever. It's called a 4-in-1 lens. You get it from OleoClip, OLLO-Clip, OleoClip for about $70, and you can buy it at a Best Buy or an Apple store as well. And they've got a telephoto lens for $100. So I think you're pretty well equipped for traveling now, Sonia.
So I can go on my vacation, capture all those great moments, and make it very easy for us as well. Now I'm seeing that in the background you have what's on your bucket list. So what's going on there? Do I need to start making my bucket list so I can find the travel deals also?
Sonia, always have to have a bucket list. You should walk around with a bucket list. You should always know where you want to go, even if it's going to be 5 years from now. Yeah, you got to have a bucket list. And again, if you can get some points on a Capital One Venture Card or miles, even if it's a couple of years away, the air ticket may cost you nothing. Maybe the hotels won't either. So you got to always have a bucket list, Sonia.
But you've been everywhere. So do you still have a bucket list? You've been to every possible place.
I do.
What's on it?
I have 91 shows on. I have 91 shows on public television. People think I've been everywhere on the great destinations of the world. I've never been to Brazil. I have never been to Portugal. There are countries in South America and Africa, other countries in South America and Africa I haven't been to. I've never been to Antarctica. So I got a lot of ways to go. Yeah, I've got a bucket list.
Okay, so
I definitely do.
So the venture card comes to you and they say, "Where do you want to go, Rudy?" What do you tell them?
Well, right now, I want to go to Vietnam. I've never been there. I should have mentioned that too. I would go to Vietnam. Then I'd go probably to Brazil. I want to spend more time in Costa Rica. I was there for 4 days, but I didn't see much of it. I got a bucket list, yeah.
And would you take that little camera with you too? You're going to take your smartphone, or do you have like a totally tricked out camera that you'd take?
I have a Nikon that I take, but less and less do I carry the Nikon now. I mean, you always take your cell phone because you can't live without a cell phone, obviously. And with that, this little 4-in-1 lens fits in your pocket. It's a piece of cake. So yeah, I take that with me everywhere. If I'm going to specifically to shoot for a website or something, I will take a 35mm camera as well. But this is so easy to pull out of your pocket and just click. There you go. Bob's your uncle.
I want to go back to for a second. What's the sort of tips on cruises? Like, you don't want to be in the middle of the boat and feel all the waves.
Well, higher up, middle of the boat isn't bad as long as you're not right next to the, above the disco or something. I think the most important thing, though, is the personality of the ship. Every ship has a different personality, whether that personality is colored by the nationality of the crew, or more commonly by the people who are taking that ship. If you want a quiet sort of baby boomer cruise, you might not want to take a place where kids are on for spring break. If you're a spring break kid, you don't want to go on with a bunch of old people. So there's a guidebook called Berlitz Guide to Cruising that's very good. There are websites that review every ship that is sailing the seas. River cruises, I say, are very, very popular these days because they're slow and you get to stop in these villages and have lunch, and it's very popular, particularly in Europe right now.
Super. Thank you so much, Rudy Maxa. It's such a great chance to talk to you and get a little bit of your insight this morning so we can go on vacation and enjoy ourselves and be well appointed at the same time.
Thank you for having me on, Sonia.
No problem. More Let's Talk Live's coming up. Stick with us right here.